Good day, everybody. We're here for another coin roll hunt. This one is going to be reveal number 458, 1945S. Plastic tube roll. This is the roll right here. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have my camera on. Let me turn my camera on. There we go. It'll come on here momentarily. There we go. Move this over here. Make it a little bit larger. Yeah, it's set just in the right spot. There we go. Nice little stack of flip insert sleeves right over here. There's Malcolm and Wanda, Coin Junkie, Joe McBride. Hey folks, how you doing? Let me get this light off of here so we can see what we're doing. Alright. Let me get this configured a little bit better. Okay. Alright, there we go. How we doing, people? Is everybody doing well, I hope? And we have this 1945S roll right here. Gonna go ahead and crack it open and get started. And there we go. 1945S. These look pretty good. So we're going to get into it right away. There's Close. One for Close B. And let's see what Close gets. Yeah, my lighting is just a little bit off. I have a weak spot up here along the top rim. We'll check the lower rim on the other side. Not really known for double die reverses here, but we are going to check through them. 45S is a pretty early issue. In fact, you know, as a part of the beginning of the show, maybe I'll do this a little more often. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to look at copper coins here. And we're going to bring up 1945S. And see what we have to look forward to. Perhaps there's a nice fat double die obverse. Then this is a doubled eye, doubled eyelid. There's another, this looks like a doubled or a tripled eyelid. There's another one with a fat 9. Another eyelid, another eyelid, another eyelid. Then we have repunch mint marks. So we don't have any double die reverses known that would be listed prior to the mint marks. So we have the end. We have 26 repunch mint marks listed for 1945S. So that's basically what we're looking for. So 26 different repunch mint marks. Have a number of them are very nice. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 known double die obverses and no known double die reverses. Okay, so that's what we have that we're looking for. We're going to keep our eyes open, at least on the first 10 coins, for a double die reverse and see if we find one. Got to get my lighting situated here. There we go. Good situation for the lights. Lights, camera, action. Alright. Found nothing on the first coin in there, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're not going to find anything in the roll. That's just a little bit of loss of luck on the first coin. So let's see. There's a little stripe of different metal in there. It's a silvery looking metal. These are shell-cased bronze coins, which means that they were saved naval shells and artillery shells from the Army that were melted back down and turned into sheets of metal to punch out blanks to make coins. And so They call them shell case because the brass that they used and mixed tin in with the brass still had some saltpeter and gunpowder and other things that had come from, sulfur and things like that had come from the shell casing. And that compound actually made it into the coins, into the planchets for the coins. And you may notice sometime when you look at 1944 through 1947 uncirculated Lincoln cents, they tend to have a little bit more of an orange flavor to them. And the reason for that? Sulfur. There's a sulfur that was left over from the shell case that ended up being minted into coins. So there's what that is. We're going to try our best today to take care of 5 reveals. Not all one boom, boom, boom right after the other, but they'll be close enough. You won't notice a difference. If you've got a nice lazy Sunday like I do, where you've got very little to do outside because it's kind of icky outside, well, just stay inside with us. Still got just a little bit of a sniffle because I'm allergic to cats. And that's probably why I've been sneezing and sniffling the last few days. The coins that I got from Ohio were in the midst of cats, kitty litter, cats, and all that stuff, and I'm allergic to that stuff, so I'm probably snorting, sniffing, and sneezing because of the wheat pennies that I just got in, but it was a load. I'll tell you what, there's quite a few of them. There's Mr. Allen. Hello, Brian. Still making it through this 45S roll. See what we can see. Brian wants me to go through a, this one turned a little bit brown. It's got some toning on it. I don't see any doubling on the mint mark, though. That's kind of what we're really looking for. Let's see. Not seeing much anything on this one. Here's coin number 6. Here we go with coin number 7. This one for Jim Fletcher. Jim was going to go up to the show in Raleigh, and I kind of talked him out of it by telling him the show really wasn't all that good. It was a good local show, good way to go meet up with some of your connections, but to travel halfway across the state to go to that show just simply isn't worth it. As Peyton found out coming in from Kentucky. Poor guy. I'm doing what I can to make things up to him. But I try to feed him a steak, and he curls his nose up at it. So I'm kind of at a loss for what to feed him. He's not a vegetarian, not a vegan, but he won't eat any meat except chicken. Kind of hard to find something he really likes. Well, it looks like we're probably going to get all the way through this roll without finding any double die reverses, which would be normal. But we're going to get through the first 10 coins anyway. Looking at the reverse of every one of them, just to be sure that we're not missing anything. Wouldn't want you to miss anything. That would be, well, that would be against the purpose of the show. You're supposed to see everything you want to see right here on the Copper Coins channel. That sounds like an ad. Maybe it should be. Isn't it tragic, Wanda? That's what I thought. Poor kid doesn't know the flavor of a good breakfast. I mean, yeah, sure, there was a time that I was... What's going on with my focus on this camera? Why aren't we focusing? Hello. Looks like we've got fixed focus going on. There we go. That's better. No fixed focus on my camera. Yeah, so... Yeah, I'm trying to feed him lobster and steak and all kinds of actual food, and he's like, nope, I'd rather have a hot dog. I'm like, okay, brother. You in my part of the planet, you get what you want. So hot dogs we got. Chicken tenders, hot dogs, Fruit Loops. Poor guy. Didn't have real food forced upon him when he was younger. We got just a little tiny bit of a hanging doubled eyelid there, but it's just not enough. But you can see it if you look right there. Right there, little tiny doubled eyelid. But we're not going to count that for anything. We're in the life of making things exciting, not making the unexciting exciting. We're into finding the real exciting. There's one for Purvis. Looks like we may end up not finding much in this roll. Not getting very far here. But as soon as we're done with this one, I'll take a little short break to get ready for the next reveal. And I honestly can't tell you exactly what the next reveal is, but it's going to be number 459. It'll be the first one planned for this week. This is still catching up from last week, knocking out the last couple of rolls. So there's that little bit of a doubled eyelid again. Just not enough to list. Not enough to list. Anybody see the rocket launch? It was cloudy here. We had to kind of watch it secondhand. Would have been able to see it out in the sky because it actually came up the East Coast. And being that I'm not very far from the Atlantic in North Carolina, I would have been able to see it. But at that time, we were having flooding rains. We had a flash flood warning. Not a good thing to go out looking for a rocket in the sky when you're in the middle of a flash flood warning. That's a sign right there. We are not going to give you any enjoyment because we need rain and we're getting it. We've got 10 people viewing and only Wanda is talking. Who else is out there today? Give me a shout. We'll see who you are. I see you hiding behind your desk over there. Perfect time for fall planting. Ground's nice and soft from the rain. I would like to replace the bushes in front of my house, and this is a nice time to do that, I think. My problem is finding the time to do it. Yeah, I have to figure out how I turn a streaming device into a football watching machine, because I don't have broadcast television right now. I should be able to find it relatively easily. Does anybody here broadcast or actually stream the NFL into their house? If you do, maybe give me a clue how to do that. You know, which broadcasts give you the best chance of seeing the games you want to see. You know, like the Pittsburgh Steelers. When you live in North Carolina. Amazon. Okay. We're on Amazon. Your football is round. Wanda, I knew there was something wrong with you. Now it's becoming more apparent. Morning, Carl. How's Carl Ignatz doing today? Oh man, that 1960 DRPM 44 is a monster. I tell you what, I've been looking for that thing for many years. Many years have I not seen one of those. I knew basically what I was looking for, I just never saw one. Now I've seen 7 of them. 7 of them in that roll. That was nice. Well, it kind of looks like, unfortunately, we might make it through a roll here without really finding anything. Yes, you are going to have to watch the whole show, sissy. It was a roll dig I did last night after having been through half of the roll already, expecting nothing, and I picked up RPM number 44. That has to be, hands down, the rarest listed RPM for 1960D Lincoln Cents. And I found 4 of them in the first half of the roll. So I decided, well, let me put up a dig, do a roll dig in the last half of the roll, see if we happen to find more of them. Because I had no clue. Didn't know one from the next whether or not I was going to find any more of them. But lucky enough, you guys were able to watch me live, finding 3 more RPM 44s. And they came out nice. Nice. I'm not really finding anything in this 45S roll. It's actually kind of a little bit disappointing. But you can't expect all your rolls to be good. Can't expect it all the time. You're going through rolls you haven't been through. If you want really nice coins, then you're going to have to see rolls I've already been through. These are ones pulled straight out of the purchase lot. I was able to sell 5 of them last night. Here I went from offering $150 to try to find one to selling them for $50. Give people a benefit. A little bit of a customer appreciation evening, you might call it. I don't have any more rolls from that source, or I'd open all of them. Do a reveal on them or something, you know. But I don't have any more of them. What I had is gone. Well, there's a lot of toning stripes, planchet striation, woody going on in this particular roll. Here's number 28 for Stephen. And Stephen is that the same thing as everyone else. We've got a very persistent die. You got that long die scratch coming off the bottom of the R, and then it is a very minor doubled eyelid. Not enough to list, but it is there. Let's see, coin number 29. What do we have going on? Coin number 29. This one's different. Definitely a different die, different style of S mint mark. Used a couple of different styles of S mint mark in 1945 in San Francisco. This one happens to be a trumpet tail. Trumpet tail mint mark has it has a little triangle at the end that looks like the bell of a trumpet, so they call it the trumpet tail. It's a large style mint mark. The serif style for 1946 was the trumpet tail 1945. Now we go on to Carl. Get one for Carl, and this coin sports the other style of mint mark. This is the ball serif mint mark. It's because it has a ball here on the end. Now, if you're not really totally familiar with this particular mint mark, you might look at it like this. That's your 1946S ball serif mint mark, inverted. See how neat that is. Nifty little lesson with a common coin, but the 1946S ball serif is only about, well, I say around 10 to 15% of the overall mintage of 1946S, and the inverted ball serif is known, I believe, on 2 dies that happen to be quite scarce. But that's the inverted ball serif on 1946S. Now, something relatively new is the idea that there could possibly be a 1947S inverted mint mark. And it seems as though our very own Brian Allen has found one. That's right. We're going to keep researching, get a little bit further along to figure out exactly what we've got before we go publishing it to the world, but we do believe we have found a 1947S inverted mint mark. This coin's a little bit beat up. Sorry about that, Sir Reg. All right, on to coin number 40, or 33. 33 goes to Parviz. And Parviz, coin number 33 is, it's going to turn out to be a normal coin. Normal coin with a trumpet tail mint mark. And here we go, on to coin number 34. And coin number 34 has, well, that is an RPM. You see it right down there at the bottom of the serif. It's a very late dice date coin. But you can see the 2 serifs, one right there and one right there. So that is an RPM. You can actually see some doubling in the upper curve here. So it's going to take some effort to figure out which one this is, because it is a very late dice date coin. Being that it's a very late dice date coin, our markers are going to be a little more difficult to spot. But that is our first verified RPM for the roll. Let's see what else we run into here. Here's one for Adam. Ball serif mint mark. Nothing else going on there. Next up, coin number 36. Taco John. And Taco John. Let's get a normal coin. Nothing else there. Now up number 37, Sissy Atwell. Well, Sissy gets a coin that has been toned down just a little bit by its existence in a tube. So it has all kinds of color on it. Most of the colors in the rainbow, except the bright red. Bright red not on here. We look at the reverse of Sissy's coin just to give us a point check once in a while. Got a few spots on there and no double die, so it turns out to be a normal coin. We're going to put it back in the holder and get ourselves ready for coin number 38. Coin number 38 now, Mr. Palmer. And this one is not an RPM. And apparently not a double die either. So there's that. Now 39. 39, Taco John. And let's see, what do we have here? Well, this one looks normal as well. From Mr. Taco John. See those die scratches up above the eyebrow in the temple area right in here? I've seen that in this roll quite a few times. And now number 40. Sissy? I'll see what Sissy ends up with here. Yeah. Looks pretty normal. Yep, this is that really, really minor doubled eyelid. Has a die scratch below the R. Found this roll a number of times in here. Now number 41. Penny Hoarder. Move on to Penny Hoarder and see what we see. Yeah. Okay, so we got another one here. It's normal. Another normal one. Now 42. 42 up next, Penny Hoarder again. See what Penny Hoarder gets this time. Yeah. It's got nice wood grain to it, but other than that, there's just not much anything going on here. It's kind of what we ran into for most of the rolls so far. Now at number 43. This is going to Mike, Mr. Birchman. Hang on, let me get the rest of these back straight again. There we go. Mr. Birchman gets counting the rest of the coins in the roll to be sure we had a full roll, and we do. We have a full roll. Well, not much there. Not much there. Let's move us on. Coin number 44 next. And 44 contains the name of Taco John. Don't forget, folks, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time today, we're going to be doing an auction. Going to have a lot of nice coins there. Rolls. Lots of rolls. Bags of coins. Remember, people, I just got 700 pounds of wheat pennies. That's right. You heard me. 700 pounds. I also picked up nearly 60 pounds of foreign coins. So enough to last us a little while. What you think? Here's number 46. Close. Had number 1. Now number 46. Yeah. Okay, nothing there. Yes, foreign. Lots of foreign coins. Really nice ones, too. Some bimetallic. Some of them from the 19th century. Bunch of old stuff, new stuff. Every stuff in between stuff. Not very many Canadian, not very many Mexican in there. It's all mostly around the world stuff. I'll be selling some of it tonight at the auction. Gotta be there, though. 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on this channel. You'll see, if you back out to the channel and look at videos, the upcoming videos, you'll find Coin Night Live Auction scheduled for tonight. If you go to coppercoins.com/auction, you will see a list of the items being run at auction tonight. That's coppercoins.com/auction. Same list every week. I update it every week, for actually twice a week sometimes, for the next auction. Every time we have an auction, I update it for the next auction. So we'll be doing an auction this evening. Then we have another one coming up on Tuesday. Alright, Mr. Fletcher gets the final and last coin in this roll. Then we'll move on to the next roll. And we have found a grand total of 1 very worn out repunchment mark in this roll. And that's it. So nothing else here in deer for right now. We're going to be moving on here in about, I'm going to give it probably 5 minutes. And then I'm going to move on to the next reveal. Get everything straight here so I can wrap this up. All right, there we go. And I will see you guys right around the corner. All right, folks, I appreciate it, and I will be right back.